In the vast, sun-soaked plains of the golden savanna, where the grass danced like waves and the clouds drifted lazily across an endless blue sky, lived a lion unlike any other. His name was Rambo the Roaring Disaster, famous not for bravery or wisdom, but for creating chaos so consistently that even the hyenas respected his effort. Rambo wasn't ugly, he wasn't stupid, he wasn't weak, he was simply an overconfident, overdramatic, overly loud fluffball with the personality of a malfunctioning toaster. The savannah had many kings over the years, but none as unpredictable as Rambo. From the moment he was born, the first thing he did was roar so loud that he scared himself into falling backward into a pile of dry elephant dung. His mother believed it was a sign of destiny, while his father thought it was a sign that their son might cause international wildlife incidents one day. And in time, both were proven right. Rambo grew faster than the other cubs, not physically, but in ego. While the other young lions practiced pouncing on grasshoppers or chasing butterflies, Rambo claimed he was training to be the supreme commander of the Savannah forces, a title he invented because it sounded cool. Every morning he climbed on top of the same big flat rock. The Savannah called it his royal stumbling stage and gave heroic speeches to imaginary crowds. "Citizens," he would say dramatically, "fear not, for I, Rambo the Mighty, will protect you from all evil." Meanwhile, the only animals listening were two confused tortoises, a sleepy vulture, and a warthog who only stayed because it was too lazy to move. As Rambo grew older, his confidence only grew stronger. He made it his daily responsibility to prove he was the strongest lion in existence, even though he was not the strongest lion in his own pride. That honor belonged to his older brother, Tanga, a majestic lion with golden fur, a thick mane, and the patience of a monk babysitting hyperactive squirrels. Tanga was the cool, calm, wise lion everyone admired. Rambo was the lion everyone tried to avoid whenever he opened his mouth. One morning, Rambo woke up with a brilliant idea. "I shall challenge Tanga to a duel," he announced proudly. A battle of epic proportions to determine who is the greatest lion ever born. His best friend, a sarcastic hornbill named Dodo, looked at him like he had just announced he planned to fight a thunderstorm with a spoon. "Rambo," Dodo said, "you can't even win a fight against your own reflection." Rambo flipped his mane dramatically. "That was one time and the lighting was bad." "It was daytime," Dodo replied, "and sunny." "Fine, believe what you want," Rambo said, "but greatness runs through my veins." "So does delusion," Dodo muttered softly. Despite Dodo's protests, Rambo marched toward Tanga, who was lounging peacefully under a tall acacia tree. "Brother," Rambo roared with the enthusiasm of a motivational speaker on 5 cups of coffee, "I challenge you to a contest of strength," Tanga sighed. "What kind of contest?" Rambo grinned. "Roaring. Whoever roars the loudest wins, and the loser shall publicly declare the winner as the supreme commander of the savannah." "Rambo," Tanga said gently, "nobody wants such a title." "I do," Rambo said. "It's the key to destiny." Tanga blinked slowly. "Fine, 1 roar each." Rambo puffed out his chest. "Prepare to witness greatness." He inhaled so deeply that his ribs made suspicious cracking noises. Then he roared. Except, it wasn't a roar. It was a sound so strange that every animal within half a kilometer stopped what they were doing. It sounded like someone had stepped on a flamingo while it was sneezing and falling into a hornet's nest. Even the wind changed direction in confusion. Tanga stared at him. "Rambo, are you okay?" "Of course," Rambo coughed. "That was a warm-up." "Sounded more like a warm-down," Dodo commented from above. Then it was Tanga's turn. With nothing more than a lazy inhale, Tanga let out a powerful, deep, commanding roar. The earth vibrated, birds flew from trees, antelopes sprinted, clouds paused mid-sky. Rambo, whose tail was accidentally inside his mouth due to his dramatic stance, felt his ego deflate like a punctured balloon. Still, he forced himself to speak. "Well, congratulations, brother. You roared. Adequately." "Adequately?" Tanga repeated. "I mean," Rambo corrected, "you roared well. A little too well. Suspiciously well, but well." Rambo spent the rest of the day plotting a new way to prove himself. If he couldn't win roaring, maybe he could win hunting. Except Rambo was famously awful at hunting. He treated it like a dramatic performance rather than a survival skill. "Observe," he told Dodo one day. "I shall stalk the antelope silently like a ghost." He stepped on 3 sticks, 1 rock, a dried coconut shell that somehow ended up in the savannah, and then tripped over his own shadow. The antelope didn't even run. It just stared at him, shook its head, and walked away slowly as if saying, "This isn't even worth the adrenaline." But today, Rambo felt different. Determined, motivated. Mostly because the cubs in the pride had started calling him Drama King Rambo, which hurt his feelings deeply but also inspired him to prove them wrong. "Today," Rambo declared, "I will catch the biggest prey in Savanna history." Dodo looked at him skeptically. "You couldn't catch a cold in winter." "Silence," Rambo said. "Watch and learn." Rambo set his sights on a massive wildebeest grazing near a watering hole. He crouched low, belly scraping the ground, tail twitching dramatically, eyes locked on the target. Then he pounced, or tried to. His back legs slipped on the mud, sending him flying forward like a furry missile. He slammed into the wildebeest's legs, bounced off like a rubber ball, and landed headfirst into the watering hole. 5 hippos stared at him, shocked. One sneezed. A baby hippo laughed uncontrollably. Rambo dragged himself out of the water, soaked, muddy, mane drooping over his face like wet spaghetti. "I meant to do that," he said. Dodo landed beside him. "Of course, that must be part of the Supreme Commander's secret strategy." Rambo glared. "You mock me." "Only because it's easy," Dodo said. Still covered in mud, Rambo continued attempting heroic feats at random. He tried teaching cubs how to roar. They laughed at him. He tried giving love advice to a lonely meerkat. The meerkat found a girlfriend immediately after ignoring his advice. He tried challenging a giraffe to a neck-twisting contest. The giraffe politely declined after seeing Rambo nearly twist his own neck just warming up. The entire savannah by this point considered Rambo a form of entertainment, like a free comedy show that happened every day whether you asked for it or not. But everything changed one afternoon when a huge rumble echoed across the plains. Elephants trumpeted in panic. Birds squawked. Hooves thundered. A massive dust cloud rose at the horizon. A buffalo stampeded into the lion pride's territory, shouting, "Run! Run for your lives! The thunder herd is coming!" The thunder herd was not actual thunder. It was a massive, uncontrollable stampede of thousands of wildebeests, zebras, and buffaloes running at full speed. Once they started, nothing could stop them. Even lions avoided them. But the pride's cubs were playing near the open field, unaware of the danger. Without hesitation, Tanga sprinted toward them, but the herd was too close. Fast. Too fast. Impossible to reach in time. And that's when Rambo did the bravest, stupidest, most Rambo-like thing imaginable. He ran to the center of the field, stood in front of the stampede, took a deep breath, puffed out his chest, and let out the weirdest roar he had ever produced in his life. It wasn't loud. It wasn't scary. It wasn't powerful. But it was so bizarre, so painfully confusing, so absolutely unnatural that the entire front row of wildebeests skidded to a stop in sheer horror. The zebras behind them crashed into the wildebeests. The buffaloes crashed into the zebras. The entire thunder herd collapsed into a tangled mountain of confused herbivores. Tanga grabbed the cubs, pulling them to safety. Dodo nearly fainted from shock. Every animal in the savannah stared at Rambo like he had suddenly grown wings and started speaking poetry. Rambo blinked. "Did I stop a stampede?" Tanga walked up to him slowly. "Rambo, your roar saved the cubs." Rambo puffed up. "Of course it did. I have trained for this day since birth." "No, you didn't," Dodo said. "But sure, let's pretend." Word spread quickly. For the first time in his life, animals didn't laugh at Rambo. They admired him. They thanked him. They praised him. They told stories of his bravery. Some exaggerated, claiming he roared so loudly the earth shook. Some said he used magical lion powers. Others insisted he was chosen by the spirits of ancient warriors. But in truth, it was simply him being accidentally heroic in the most ridiculous way possible. That night, the pride held a celebration. Lions feasted, cubs danced, and animals gathered around to hear Rambo retell the story for the 15th time. "And then," Rambo said dramatically, "the wildebeests fell before my mighty voice." "Your mighty confusion noise," Dodo corrected. "Details," Rambo said. "What matters is that today, I became a true hero." Tanga smiled proudly. "Yes, brother, you did." Rambo stood on the big flat rock, the same one where he always gave imaginary speeches. But this time, real animals listened. Under the glittering stars, with a cool breeze brushing through his mane, Rambo raised his head proudly. "Citizens of the savannah," he declared boldly, "fear not, for I, Rambo the Roaring Disaster, no, Rambo the Brave, No, Rambo the hero shall always protect you. Here is a brand new, full, original 3,000-word funny lion story written in one straight flow, no breaks, no headings, no questions asked, just a complete continuous story about a lion. It will be very long because you asked for 3,000 words, so enjoy. In the vast, sun-soaked plains of the golden savanna, where the grass danced like waves and the clouds drifted lazily across an endless blue sky, lived a lion unlike any other. His name was Rambo the Roaring Disaster, famous not for bravery or wisdom, but for creating chaos so consistently that even the hyenas respected his effort. Rambo wasn't ugly, he wasn't stupid, he wasn't weak, he was simply an overconfident, overdramatic, overly loud fluffball with the personality of a malfunctioning toaster. The savannah had many kings over the years, but none as unpredictable as Rambo. From the moment he was born,